This week's episode of Coffee Talk is brought to you by Higher Education, 619 West Main Street, Charlottesville, 434-293-PUFF. With curbside pickup and shipping options, you can even shop online at highereducationsmokeshop.com.
Yeah, that's right. In what we hope will be a weekly podcast tradition for you at home, and what we know is going to be a weekly tradition for us. This is Coffee Talk, or I guess you could be in a car or at work. Anyway, it's a collaboration between 97.5 3WV and Higher Education, your CBD headquarters. We'll be posting new episodes every Monday afternoon at 3WV.com. This is exciting stuff. Dawn Morris here, Seth, you're here as well, and just appreciate you guys coming to our undisclosed location in southern Albemarle County. And this is really just something that kind of came almost like a dream. And I just want to know, how did we get to where we are right now? Where did this all begin?
So back in 1998, I was in Fort Collins, Colorado, working at Colorado State University. And everyone I met was a student. And I really just needed to get out there and get to know some people. There was this really cool pool hall that I used to go to, had an arcade, and there was a game called Area 51.
Yep, I remember Area 51.
And when people pissed me off and got on my nerves, I used to go there, get $10 worth of quarters.
And just shoot stuff up?
Shoot the shit out of someone.
There you go.
Loved it. And one day when I was on my way there to let out some aggression, I noticed this cute little hippie shop had just opened next door. And in the window was the most fabulous tapestry I'd ever seen, this amazing little candle that was a Volkswagen bus that just looked like my best friend Lori in the whole world. And I knew I had to go in, check it out. Went in the store, and tapestries, there was some lighters. At the time, very little pipes, but a few. And it was just the coolest store ever. I loved the vibe. I loved the people in it. And I jokingly said, hey, if you guys are ever hiring anyone, you should definitely look into me.
Higher Education.
Yes.
H-I-R-E.
Yep. And,
so that's how it all started.
That's how it
You just saw
started.
a shop.
It was similar, but not. It was the beginning of Higher Education. This store actually is the original Higher Education.
Yes,
so I ended
this is
up,
what I want to know about.
A few months later, I shopped there. I kept going and buying my incense there. Loved it. I loved the girls who worked there. Their names were Lori, and I can't remember the other girl's name anymore. God, it's been 20-some years. But just loved it. Used to go in all the time. And one day, I was in the area getting a bagel in the same parking lot, and one of the girls come running out of the store and is like, I'm so glad I ran into you. I need you to come and fill out the application. You're hired.
You're done.
You to come to work.
Yeah,
and I was like, whoa, no. I teach at the university.
Right.
I can't
It's a little bit more complicated than that, yeah.
And she was like, no, you wanted this. And I was like, no, it was just kind of a joke. I work at the university, and this is really not the thing. And I went home and I thought about it, and I was like, it's summer's coming. I'm not going to have anything else to do.
Oh, perfect timing.
Fuck it. Let's do this.
Right.
So I became a gift shop worker. And at the time it was called Campus Traders, Tobacco and Gifts. And by the end of the summer, I was making all kinds of changes to the store, adding stuff, this and that. And I jokingly said to the owner one day, dude, you should sell me this place.
See, you and your jokes, and that's the thing. Some of the best things in the world start with the phrase, fuck it. But that's usually the punchline to a joke somewhere that turns into reality.
Yeah. It was great. I mean, I thought it was going to be the worst summer ever because I was busy as crap working all the time. I was in a new place I didn't know. And I had just left New Orleans. So Fort Collins may sound awesome, but I came from New Orleans.
So you were kind of used to a different temperature?
Yeah. And there was not enough drinking happening. At the time. And I really...
because this was the late 90s, you said?
This is, late 90s.
Okay.
Gosh, we don't need to give my age away.
Huh?
And it wasn't New Orleans.
And it wasn't New Orleans. I see. All right. There you go.
It was a little calmer, and I was just learning to be calm at that point, I suppose we'll say. I have high energy levels.
Oh, do you? Well, luckily I know a store that can help with that.
Thank God for that store.
That
Thank
store,
God
right?
For that store.
I mean, that was just the humble beginnings.
That's how it all started, and it was amazing. I had wrecked my car, had a little bit of insurance money. Had been working at the university before this, and I basically took every saved dime I had, put it into the store, and then changed it immediately because we didn't have a whole lot of pipes at the time, and Jerry Garcia had just died 3 years earlier.
R.I.P.
So everybody who had been selling glass on tour really was kind of like, oh shit, where do we go?
What do we do now?
And when we couldn't find good glass, no one knew how to get good glass, and the blowers were trying to get in the shops, but most of the head shops just really didn't want them. So we had this amazing opportunity to just take on local artists, and that was the beginning of it. And we switched from being this gift shop with maybe a case of pipes to being a pipe shop with maybe a case of gifts.
There you go.
And now, everything has changed, and we're all about the pipes and the CBD, and it has been like the most amazing and, long, strange trip from the last 20 years.
Perfect place to take a break. We'll take a quick pause, and then it's back to Dawn and Seth, owner-operators of Higher Education, your CBD headquarters. Part 2 is up next on Coffee Talk, right here on 3WV.com. Stick around.
Welcome to this week's Higher Education Vocabulary Pop Quiz. I'm Dr. Bud Flowers. This week's word is water pipe. A water pipe is made of a tube, base, downstem carb, and bowl. After igniting your ingredients in the bowl, the smoke travels through the pipe and is filtered by the water. You may have heard other terms used to describe this device, but when at Higher Education, your CBD headquarters, the proper name is a water pipe. Say it with me, class. Water pipe. Good. This has been today's Higher Education Vocabulary Pop Quiz, brought to you by Higher Education, your CBD headquarters on West Main Street in Charlottesville, or online at highereducationva.com. I'm Dr. Flowers, reminding you to stay safe and share the experience, not the pipe.
All right, we are back with Coffee Talk here at 3WV.com, and if you're wondering what Coffee Talk is, well, I'm Highway John, talking with Dawn and Seth from Higher Education. We're learning about how y'all started in Colorado, and the people that you worked with at first. You remember their name, Lori and Kelly, right?
Lori and Kelly.
Yes, we remembered the second name. Woo! Always a good sign. So you said that there was one final component, and then I want to get into what you had envisioned when you came up with Higher Ed and what makes it different from all the other stores out there, because it sounds like to me that when we were talking in the last segment, the one thing that stuck out was first thing I did was make a bunch of changes.
Absolutely. When I worked at Campus Traders, as much as it was fun and we had great customers, we really were constantly just telling people, I'm sorry, we don't have what you want.
Oh.
So as soon as I took over, we started adding all kinds of glass and pipes to the store. We also started adding education. Everyone got a little bit more knowledgeable about the products. It was the beginning of color changing glass. People needed to know that silver and gold were added to the pipes, and that's what actually gave it that color changing effect. It was the very beginning. There wasn't a whole lot of colors. All the Crayolas hadn't even come out yet, so we had just a handful of colors that the glass blowers could work with. So it was a little bit of knowledge, but it was important, and customers just didn't know it. We got to explain to people the difference between surface work and inside out, and that changed everything.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. But I guess that's going to make a good topic for the show either next week or the week after or the week after that. So that's the beauty of this, the education that comes with Coffee Talk and Higher Education here at 3WV.com.
And I guess given my past as being an educator, it just made sense. So we decided we were putting all these changes in, and we were like, we got to come up with a new name.
Seth saw my face. He knows that I just finally put that together. Higher Education, education. You used to work at a university. I feel like an idiot now, but at least I finally put it together, you know?
I'm always educating. And this has been the best because people actually listen to me now.
Right.
Before, I would try to tell people something and educate them, and half of them fell asleep. They brought newspapers to read. That's how old I am, is teaching when people had newspapers in the classrooms. And now I start speaking, and they stop what they're doing and listen and go, explain that perk to me again.
Yeah.
How does that perk hit? Why do I want an 18-inch double perk versus a 9-inch single perk?
I don't even think people know that there are things like that to know. Like, they really don't even know that knowledge is out there. And I think that's why people listen, because they've literally never heard it before, except from you guys at Higher Education.
Absolutely. There was a tobacco shop, a head shop, whatever you want to call it, out in Colorado that I frequented. And I remember going in there and feeling uncomfortable. I wasn't cool enough. I'm kind of nerdy looking. I've always been kind of nerdy looking. And apparently I just don't have that hip look. And so I would go in the store and I felt like a wallflower and trying to get someone's attention.
Like,
and it was like,
talk to you about
excuse me, I'm sorry, but I think I might like that one over there. I promise I got a wallet.
Yep.
And no one wanted to give you any attention. And I felt the same thing actually when I moved here to Virginia. Woo. But when I opened and I decided to do this for myself, I was like, I want to be the head shop for the unhead shopped.
Yes.
Because most of us don't fit into that mold. We're not the cool little 18 to 25-year-old. We're actually everyone else. Yep. Nowadays, it would be 21 to 25-year-old, I suppose.
Correct.
But nonetheless, we aren't that. We're the ones who are, over 25. We're in our 30s. We're in our 40s. We're closet smokers.
We got bills.
Sometimes.
We got our kids' bills.
Exactly. We got our parents' bills. We got it all.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to figure out this stupid reverse mortgage they've gotten themselves into.
Exactly. What student loan did you sign up for?
You don't even go to school anymore. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, the paperwork. Yeah.
So,
it's a joy.
We weren't getting, we would go to a shop and you couldn't get attention. And when you did, it seemed like most stores want to haggle for prices. There's no set prices. They don't want to clearly mark the price. So you feel like, it depends on if you know somebody, what you're paying. And that's just not the way business should be done.
No.
We're not in a flea market. This is a legit business. And
exactly.
it should be treated as such.
If you want to be taken seriously, precisely.
So, we have no haggle pricing. When you walk in, the prices are marked. I don't care if you're nice to me, you're rude to me, whatever. You still get it for the same price. Now, on the other hand, we do have a policy. We can refuse service to anyone.
Of course, because
and
you're
we
a business.
happily will.
Yeah, right.
You act like an asshole and you'll see our asshole side come out too.
Ooh.
No problem.
I don't want to see that, just for the record. I'm good. Unless it's on somebody else, and then I might ask to film it. I don't know. But that's just me for the record keeping.
It is kind of fun.
All right, so you guys are out there on West Main Street in Charlottesville, but also out in Richmond. How did you come to Virginia?
We came to Virginia just for, take a break for family reasons. Our kids, we wanted to raise them here because it's a great area, and this is where we're originally from. And we weren't originally planning on bringing higher education here.
Well, I'm glad that you
had
did.
it in Fort Collins. And
Jenny's glad that you did. Jenny, my wife, is in the studio audience, by the way. And eventually, we'll get her on the show. I got a microphone right there with her name on it.
Nice.
It actually has my name on it, but it's for her. Anyway, you weren't even planning on coming to Virginia, but you did, which, again, the serendipity.
Yep.
I mean, this is just beautiful. I love this story.
So we had our store in Colorado, and we were living out here with our children and doing it the way it needed to be done. And then we went into a shop out here. It just so happened that I broke the bowl in the water pipe, and we needed to go get one. So
Ever happened to you? It happened to Jenny.
I couldn't wait for myself to mail one to me from my store, so we were like,
right.
what are we going to do? So we went to a local store, and no one paid attention to us, and we realized that, we were over 25. We actually said to the guy, oh my God, are those heavy water pipes right there, which is a type of tube? Oh, those are amazing. We happened to know the guy who started the company. His name was Jamie, and we asked him, does Jamie come through and sell those to you guys? We really need a bowl for those. And those are amazing. How much are they? $175. Can I look at those? And the guy was like, yeah, they're HVY. and walked away from us and continued to restock an incense room.
Oh, okay.
And
Must
if
have smelled good over there.
Take a look at HVY, you would notice that HVY is heavy.
Yeah, right.
Oops.
Yeah. It's
but
the
he didn't really know his
designation on my
products.
weight when I go to the doctor's office.
There you go.
No, I'm used to that. Yeah, I know what that means. Exactly.
So at that point, we realized like people were getting some shit service in this place. And we went and visited another place, and the guy was explaining to us, the owner of the shop was behind the counter, and he was telling us how he had the great glass. And he's like, let me show you. And he pulls a pipe out to show us the quality of the hand pipe, and it had microfractures in the entire pipe. The entire thing was made of a color, a green, that very easily does microfractures if it's not cooled properly. And it just so happens the entire piece was cracked.
Science!
And he didn't even notice it. And he's showing it to us.
To buy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And we were like, oh my
And
goodness.
did you think you were an idiot too, and so the price was all jacked up, or was
the price was super jacked? Let us know that we were pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that he was going to do us a deal and give it to us for, instead of the 60, I think he was asking for us that day, right here, right now.
Yeah.
Just 40, no tax included. And that's a sign of like, I'm terrified of what to buy in the store, because you have no idea what's a good deal and what's not, because everything's all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel that.
Can that be? Let me ask you a question though, and I don't mean to interrupt though, but just it caught my attention. I mean, can that be dangerous for the user?
I definitely, in that case, that pipe is just microfractures, so I don't think that would hurt you. But if a pipe is broken or is not quality pipe, like you could have pieces of glass on the inside of it, so you need to absolutely, at the very least, always wash a pipe before you smoke it.
Okay.
People love to leave a store and immediately put the pipe in their face.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
Okay.
You know, rinse that pipe out, because glass particles could be in there and you don't want to inhale that.
Sure.
And
any of the packing materials maybe too? I'm just going to guess. Yeah, okay.
You know, and there's different types of glass materials. One is called frit, which is actually cracked pieces of glass. And if it's not completely melted in properly, those pieces will, break away potentially, and you could inhale that. And it would be very dangerous over time.
All right.
So definitely
stay away from all that. Yeah. No, we're going to take one more break, and then we're going to get to the end of the show, which, I mean, can you believe it? We'll be back with Dawn and Seth here on Coughy Talk on 3WV.com. Don't go anywhere.
I'm here to share my journey just for you. It all started out with the higher ed crew. Down on West Main, I was hanging with a friend when we saw the higher ed sign down around the bend. My boys said, let's check it. It could be a banging shop. When we walked into the store, man, it made my jaw drop. There were tubes and hand pipes, rigs and more. They even have a water pipe as tall as the door. Gas masks, rollers, papers made of rice. Sure-ish, it was a smoker's paradise. My jaw dropped, my eyes popped. Boy, I was feeling. Then the friendly shop, he said, yo, hey, how you feeling? I said, wow, this your shop. It's really, really great. I just stumbled in, yo, man. It must be fit. You got the packs, volcano, and even the kind. Man, you know the taste can be real hard to find. You got Roar, Pulsar, and Sheldon Black. Damn, you know I'm definitely coming back. This place is cool, dope, and really nice. That's why higher education is the smoker's paradise.
now offering curbside pickup and shipping direct to your door. Higher Education, Charlottesville's CBD superstore, providing high-quality CBD and education about all its amazing benefits. Higher Education, because CBD is a lifestyle, not just a greener trend.
All right, back with Dawn and Seth. Coughy Talk, segment 3. Oh, did I startle you? Yeah, I do that sometimes. We were talking about how you came to Virginia, walked into a head shop, did not like what you see, what you heard, what you felt in your hand.
Yeah.
I mean, it all just didn't make sense to you. And then
It was so sad. This is like a great town, great people, and they weren't getting great glass. They weren't getting great service. They weren't getting great knowledge.
Yeah.
So we opened the store 5 years ago, so 2015.
Wow.
We put it together. It took a little while to find someone who was happy and was willing to let us rent from them. And
Of course.
yay us. You know,
out there on West Main Street.
Yep. The Albemarle Hotel is our home now.
The yellow building with the white columns right next to the Mexican food restaurant that seems to rotate a little bit.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I think this is the third or fourth restaurant.
Yeah, a
since
little
we
bit.
met.
So you've thought to yourself, it sounds like, I'm going to make this better.
Yes,
I'm going to
absolutely.
lift this up higher, if you will.
Absolutely. So basically, I decided that I wanted to bring what we did in Colorado out here. So we made sure that we have every type of pipe possible. We may not have the pipe you want, but we have the type of pipe you're looking for. If you're into wood, we have it. Metal, we
Seen 'em.
have it.
Yep.
Stone, we have it.
The stone ones are cool. Like, I just think I want a stone one just so I can say that I have a stone one.
Absolutely. They're neat. They have such neat carvings in them. Some of them, the little elephants, and there's whales. So if you have a little...
My wife loves elephants, and she's here in the studio with us. And my stepson's fiance loves elephants, too.
And there's glass elephants in the store as well. We have a couple glass elephant ones.
Oh, here we go.
Those are adorable.
All right.
Absolutely.
His birthday's coming up, too. I got to start writing stuff down.
We have dugouts, which, it's a great little box that gives you your one hitter along with a little stash container. We have water pipes. Some people call them bongs. We call them water pipes.
And that's the thing that you got to respect the nomenclature when you come into the store.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's just part of the process.
Yep.
I mean, I know our governor's making announcements day after day about certain things, but nothing's changed yet, y'all.
Absolutely, absolutely. If you say bong, we're going to tell you you're wrong.
That's one of those old, is that the asshole side? Does the asshole side come out after you say bong or no?
Actually, we attempt to educate people.
I love it. Seth comes in.
Explain to them why the word is inappropriate.
I love it. Okay, can you explain to me why it's inappropriate right now, right here? It's okay. No, this is what this is for.
Technically, bong is something that the federal government has decided is used for illegal purposes.
Sons of guns.
So if we sell you a bong, then we know that you're doing something illegal with it.
Oh, so if they're selling you a bong, you're doing something wrong.
That's right. We're
gotcha.
doing something wrong in that case. But if we sell you a water pipe for tobacco or other legal
and
options,
the options are huge when it comes to the legal options.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's what I think is ridiculous, is that it's like, oh, it's only for one thing. It's really not.
No, not even close.
Yeah, and that's part of what you guys have at the store, too, when it comes to the CBD flower that you guys have.
Absolutely. And now we have Delta 8 as well, which is another type of hemp flower. Ooh. And we have CBG, which has other medicinal properties.
I love the CBG.
Awesome.
Yeah. No, because I got like a sample pack from you guys a few weeks ago. The CBG was one of my personal favorites, I got to say.
It takes a little bit of trying things out to see what works best for each individual's metabolism.
It's true.
I know it can get a little expensive trying them out, but it's worth it, just like any kind of medicine.
Expensive? You mean fun?
Absolutely. And we always have 5 grams for $30, but you get the second 5 grams for additional $10. So it makes it easier for you to try different varieties and figure out which one's best for you and which one's best fits your personality.
Yeah, and it is going to take some tinkering. I mean, you didn't know what favorite food you had until you tried food. I mean, it's just you don't remember that because you were probably little, but you got to, it's just the same thing. What works with your metabolism? What's going to, mess with your stomach when it comes to what you eat? You find that out as you go through life. You can find that out too with what you smoke, and with higher education kind of as your Sherpa. I mean, Absolutely. They're just going to take you through and make sure that you understand what you're doing, and that way you can eliminate all of the waste.
That's the
You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's more expensive to just go off on your own and try to figure it out on your own and not do it with somebody like you guys at higher education.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of misinformation out there. We have people who come in every day and tell us they bought CBD at another place, whether it was online or at another store, and they either got no information, they got misinformation, they paid too much for something, or they got something that was really low quality and has pretty much no medicinal value because it's pumped up with sugars and, basically snake juice.
Snake oil,
So it's unfortunate, and it's important to get someone reputable who's going to sell you the CBD. And though we are obviously a head shop, we've been in the CBD game since we've been allowed to pretty much in the state, and we're not just jumping in, riding a wave and trying to make a bunch of money off of it. We really spent our time, got the knowledge. We only sell a handful of companies because we know they're ones that are well tested, and they give high quality CBD for a reasonable price.
That's awesome. You want to hook people up with like websites and phone numbers and stuff as we're wrapping things up. And that's really why I wanted to tell the story too, because, you say, oh, that was, back in the late 90s. Don't tell people how old I am. But at the same time, I want people to know how long you've been doing this. Like, this is not a fly by night company. These are not people that just came to Charlottesville 5 years ago and decided to do this even. It goes back further than that.
Absolutely. And higher education really is our baby. It's a love, it's a passion, and it makes you feel good to know that you're helping people every day. And it's neat, and all of our employees feel the same way. They all get educated about the products more and more, so they can help people.
You have a Bible.
Customers, we do. We have a.
Do you swear people in on it when they come to work for you guys? Do I have to? Is there a swearing in ceremony? Do I have to do something? Because I'm down.
We should.
I even got. I have a judge's robe too.
Hard enough just to get them to read it.
All right. Yeah. So you guys are open for business during everything. You are asking people to wear masks and come in, and you can do pickup. And let's just go through. You're on West Main Street in Charlottesville.
Yep, 619 West Main Street, Charlottesville, Virginia. You can come in. You can do curbside pickup. You can call us on the phone. Tell us you want something. We will walk it outside to you.
What's the phone number?
434-293-PUFF.
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 That's awesome. And what about your website? Come on. What are you guys doing on your website?
Excellent news. We have a new website.
Oh, my goodness.
I know, because we just keep making new ones. So if you just want to browse and have fun and look at pictures and learn, you really want to just go to the Virginia website, which is highereducationva.com or highereducationrva.com.
Oh.
And that's for Charlottesville and Richmond.
Yep.
But we do have one now that you can actually make purchases on if you're outside of Virginia, even if you're inside Virginia.
Well, that's good because this is going worldwide.
That's what we're hoping. highereducationsmokeshop.com.
Ooh.
We have the beginning of some products, about 100 on there now, and it's just going to keep growing and growing just like the store has done for the last 5 years. So each week, each month, you're going to see more and more products going on there. We're actually beginning to use Groupon as well.
Oh!
So if you want to look in Groupon, you might be able
I like a deal almost as much as I like your store. Sorry.
Yeah. I know. We were excited to work with Groupon, so we're starting to do Groupon and starting our first deals on there. We have a silicone deal coming up, as well as a 8-inch beaker water pipe. Really great deal on it. Very inexpensive. But you gotta go to Groupon to find out.
How many of those do you got again? But no, this has been truly a gift. You guys coming in and talking Coffee Talk, episode 1 in the books. Seth, Dawn, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pleasure to be here.
And of course, we hope you enjoyed listening at home or in your car or at work or wherever. Here's what to expect on next week's episode of Coffee Talk right here at 3WD.com. Asking you to dumb it down so much, and I'm so sorry.
So the CB1 receptors are located in the brain, the central nervous system.
Is it in the butt? It's in the butt, Jenny. Jenny's in the audience again.
It's in the
She's
testes.
laughing. It's in the testes.
It's in the testes.
In the testes.
Also known as the gonads.
Yes.
Also known as.
Can we actually try some, guys? I feel like we're getting a lot of education and not a lot of hire. A lot of talk, not a lot of coffee. So can we do that next?
Absolutely.
Yes.
What's the flavor?
What's the flavor? Oh,
Special sauce.
special sauce. There you go. And you notice we're really not coughing either. How you doing over there? You need some water or something?
She'll just turn over the bowl if she does.
Right.
People.
What'd you do? You just dumped it all. Look at you. Amateur hour. Amateur hour. Great place to take a break. Dawn has just spilled the water. Next Monday at 4:20 with Coffee Talk on 3WD.com.